Projectors in some ways have become way more affordable than TVs. They're versatile, easy to set up, and they have adjustable screen sizes, if you get a good one. I've already reviewed two of Aurzen's projectors in the past, the D1 and the Boom 3, and both of them really impressed me. Well, today I have the brand new Aurzen D1 Pro, which they have told me fixed some of the critiques that I had about their previous discounted D1 model. I make weekly videos helping you save money on streaming services and learning about the newest tech. If you want to support the channel, the best way to do that is by hitting the subscribe button right down below. The D1 Pro comes in at $250, making this their middle priced projector, with the D1 coming in at $120 and the Boom 3 at the higher end at $359. Just like Aurzen's other projectors, the D1 Pro comes with everything you need to get started. The physical projector with a built-in operating system, so there's no need for a separate device, the remote, HDMI, and a power cord. I also want to point out Aurzen has slightly adjusted their logo. So if you look at the branding, it's slightly different, but it is the same company. It is a really well-built, solid device made out of high-quality materials, and it has a pretty sleek look. The D1 and the D1 Pro have almost an identical look, with the D1 Pro just being a little bit bigger. However, they do share the same ports, an AV, a headphone in, two USB, an HDMI in port, and of course that power port. But the major difference between these two comes in the specs. The D1 Pro is a 350 authentic lumen projector with native 1080p. Now that's 75% brighter than the previous model. One of my biggest critiques of the previous model was the speakers. The dual 8-watt speakers just did not do the job. I went as far to recommend that you get an external speaker with it because I was that displeased with it. However, this new model contains dual 10-watt speakers with Dolby Audio. Now, Aurzen told me I will be impressed by the speaker quality. In fact, they said it is very close to the Boom 3, which I did say is pretty good. So we'll be doing a comparison test of both the brightness and the audio quality of all three of these models. Autofocus and screen size adjustments make these projectors fit in a number of different spaces. Even if your screen is slightly on a slant, you can adjust that as well. Plus, the built-in speaker and operating system means you don't need anything else in order to get started. Place it on a table, a stand, or even mount it to your roof. You can set it up in multiple different places. The operating system is a WebOS based on Linux. Now, it does come with a number of official apps such as Netflix and Prime Video, plus an app store where you can get a bunch of other ones. However, it is extremely limited because of the operating system. In fact, there's many official streaming apps that you might have subscriptions for that you won't actually be able to get in that app store. My biggest critique was and continues to be about these projectors is the fact they're not Android based. It's just a way better operating system. There's way more compatible apps, and it's just a better experience for people. And of course, more customization. With that being said, it does have an HDMI in port, meaning you can just plug in one of the brand new Google TV streamers, and just like that, you have a different OS. So one of my favorite things to put on with the projector, it's a live bird camera because she goes crazy. It's like kitty hell. They can just never get it, but they can always see it. Although it's only a native 1080p projector, it does still support 4K content. With 350 authentic lumens, it really does shine best at night or in a completely dark room. Now, I wanted to put in a couple shots of what it looks like in a partially lit room. Maybe you have a lamp on or some ambient lighting. And it's still pretty clear. You know, it's definitely not as detailed, but with 350 lumens, you can't expect it to be great in a super or even mid-bright environment. Plus, gaming on this thing is a lot of fun. I set up my PS5 and spent a few hours playing FF7 Rebirth, great game by the way, which has a lot of vivid and vibrant colors, and I think the projector did a pretty good job capturing that. Let's start by comparing all three projectors' video quality. The Boom 3, their most expensive model, was noticeably the brightest, as it should be. However, the D1 Pro did hold up pretty well itself, where the D1 was quite a bit duller. Showing off how bright a projector is pretty hard to capture on camera, so you guys will have to take my word for it a bit. With the comparison shots, it's really hard to tell the difference between 200 lumens and 350, but I promise you it's there. This rule should be for any product, but if you're going to build a speaker into it, it should have good quality audio. Otherwise, just don't include it, because what's the point if it's not usable? The D1 had very raspy audio, to the point where I suggested you guys actually purchase an external speaker with it. So was that something that was improved by adding two 10-watt speakers speakers instead of 8 watt? Let's check it out. Let's start by listening to the D1.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left.
Yeah, not great. I remember I watched Avengers on that projector, and any action scene, it was actually infuriating. It was hurting my ears. Now for the D1 Pro.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna
That is
waste
a
what's
huge difference. I was pretty skeptical that only an extra 2 watt in each speakers was gonna make a huge difference, but my God, it does. So Aurzen did tell me that the D1 Pro is very close to the Boom 3. So what we're gonna do is we're going to play one of the clips and another one. I'm not gonna tell you which one is which, and you guys are gonna comment down below which one you prefer before you continue with the video. Starting with clip 1.
I don't wanna waste what's left.
And now clip 2.
Waste what's left.
So you can pause the video here, comment down below which audio you prefer. So clip 1 was actually the Aurzen D1 Pro, and clip 2 was the Boom 3. I think there's no doubt that the Boom 3 is a little bit deeper. However, it's not a crazy big difference between the two. The D1 Pro is definitely an improved upon product from the previous model. They really took the criticism and they created a superior product. The question we need to ask ourselves now is, at almost double the price, does that really give it better value? And that's one question I really had trouble answering. Price and spec-wise, it really is sandwiched between their cheaper model and their most expensive one, with the Boom 3 being superior in both video and audio. So you have to make that decision. Do you want to pay more for the superior model, pay less for the cheaper model, or kind of settle in between? At the $200 to $300 price range, the D1 Pro really does stand up to any other projector at that price point on the market. It really is a complete replacement for next time you think of wasting your money on an overpriced 32-inch. Luckily for you guys, these often go on sale, and I also have the link down below in the description if you want to check it out. Aurzen usually includes a coupon code, and I will have that right near that link for you guys to use. So thank you guys so much for watching. Like always, I try to bring you guys honest, non-biased reviews, and I really do appreciate Aurzen for never asking for me to take anything out of the video. It's great for a company to stay true to their values and really take criticism and improve their products. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one.